mga balita ngayong araw dapat alamin.
Senator Marcoleta, pwedeng magtanong ng paiba naman. Mr. Chair, gusto kong tanungin sana ang ating Secretary kasi noong September 11, 2025, kayo po ay nag-file ng criminal complaints do sa 20 opisyales ng DPWH, DEO, First District ng Bulacan, tama po. At noong September 19, 2025, sa order po ng ating then acting Ombudsman Dante Vargas, 16 of them were placed under suspension. Ano po ang status ngayon ng mga yun?
Mr. Chairman, yung pong 16 na yon, suspendido pa din, but we have already initiated dismissal proceedings dun po sa 16. Yung po kasing 4, na-dismiss na po yon. Si Alcantara, si 20 po kasi yung opisyales na yon, no? Na nakasuhan sa unang kasong final natin before the Ombudsman for the First District of Bulacan. Yung pong 4, si Alcantara, Hernandez, Mendoza, Duya, ay dalawang Mendoza, Alcantara and Hernandez ay na-dismiss na po. Yung pong 16 ay suspended, pero ongoing na po ang kanilang dismissal proceedings under civil service rules.
Kaya ko po tinanong yun, Mr. Chair. Noon po kasing September 17, 2025, the acting Ombudsman Dante Vargas issued an office order na ang nangyari po, lahat po ng criminal or administrative complaints that were filed within 10 days prior to that order, meaning to say, magsisimula ng September 7 to 16, mawawala yung docket number. Ang epekto po noon, dalawa po ang epekto. Halimbawa po yung September 15, 2025, wala pong connection ng DPWH dito. Kaya ko lang nabanggit yung September 15, 2025 complaint. Ito po'y kasali do sa 10 days na inalisan po ng docket number prior to September 17. So, ang epekto po ng September 15, 2025, ito po yung pinail ni Acting Mayor Baste Duterte. So dahil naalisan po ng docket number yung final niya, dahil na-cover po ng office order, yung pong ombudsman natin nakaligtas. Dahil ang immediate effect po ng pagkakaalis ng docket number, these cases will now be under evaluation. Sa Makatwid, hindi sa active case. Kaya po si Ombudsman ay nakakuha ng clearance at nakalusot po yung aking kaibigan, Crispin Remulla, as now the Ombudsman. Kaya po binabanggit, yung pong inyong pinail ay covered po September 11 po kasi sa Makatwid, kung naalis din po ng docket number yon, nalagay sila ngayon sa evaluation process. So sa Makatwid, kung makikita ninyo, walang basis yung preventive suspension because they became cases under evaluation. Napansin po nyo, Secretary? While it benefited the Ombudsman, the applicant Ombudsman at time, hindi po nagkabisa yung suspension ninyo because both of these cases were covered under the order issued by Dante Vargas. So may nagsasabi nga, Mr. Chair, kapag ikaw ay nanalangin para umulan, kinakailangan ay pagtiyagaan mo yung putik na idudulot nito. So, nasaan po ngayon yung suspension?
Opo. So hindi pa, right now po, ang immediate po kasi naming naging action pagka-file namin ng kaso ay ito nga po, no? Nag-show cause order kami sa lahat to initiate administrative proceedings against the 16 na hindi pa dismissed. Nagpa-show cause order na kami agad-agad sa kanila para masimulan na po yung administrative case against them, no? And in the process of that, when we received the suspension order from the Ombudsman, sinuspend na ho namin at
nag-appoint.
nag-appoint.
Which is effective, yun ang sinasabi ko.
Opo. Pero right now po, hindi naman po ginif. So right now, they are all suspended. No? At ongoing na po yung administrative process against them. So for all intents po sa amin, at least sa administrative case, tuloy-tuloy lang po kami, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Secretary, nakikita ko po kasi dito, meron kang USEC for Regional Operations. Merong isa ring USEC for Regional Operations. Parang si USEC Bisnar yata, Luzon. O ika naman, no ka rin ka USEC. Pasensya na po kayo, Kapampangan kasi kaya. Visayas, Mindanao. Pero, Mr. Secretary, yung DPWH Undersecretary for Luzon has responsibilities that include, among others, overall supervision and control over operations of all regional offices in Luzon, control over all DPWH funded infrastructure projects, including those funded by other agencies and implemented by the DPWH in his area of assignment. Tama po?
Tama po, Mr. Chairman.
So, napakalaking responsibilidad po ito. Pinagtiyagaan ko pong ipagtanong ang pinanggalingan po ni Yusek Bisnar. Medyo nakakabahala po. Pasensya na po, ano? Noon pong August 15, 1998, Yusek Bisnar, hanggang October 4, 2000, or 2 years and 1 month, kayo po ay nasa PHAU Headquarters Support Service, HSS. Ang ibig palang sabihin ng PHAU, ito po yung Personnel Holding and Accounting Unit na nakakabahala po ang kalagayan sapagkat ito po pala ay mga police personnel assigned to PHAU for various reasons, including secondment to other agencies, those on study leave, or those under floating status, such as personnel with pending criminal investigation, etc., etc. And then, in January 16, 2002 to November 7 to 2002, ganun din po, PHAU HSS. Ganun din po sa November 8, 2002 to 2003, 4 months ito. Ang pinaka medyo madugo rito, Secretary, PHAU HSS, March 4, 2003 to March 15, 2012, or a period of 9 years. Ano po ang, bakit po kayo naka-float ng ganito katagal pong panahon? More than, from 1998 to 2012, it's more than 11 years. Were you in floating status, sir?
Mr. Chair, with the permission of the Secretary.
Go ahead, Yusek.
From 1998 to 2001, Mr. Chair, I was detailed to the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Task Force.
What is that, sir?
The Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Task Force.
Yun
Mr.
yung
Chair.
PAOK TF.
Yes, sir.
That's 2001 to
1998 to 2001 or 2002, Mr. Chair.